Second, hot wheel, axle, 82, south rail. Third, hot wheel, axle, 83, south rail. Excessive alarms.
Okay, Jerry, I think we got a detector problem, but we'll get on. We'll come down and check that out.
Cumberland, hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. First, hot wheel, axle 81, south rail. Second, hot wheel, axle 82, south rail. Third, hot wheel, axle 83, south rail. Excessive alarms.
Yeah, we got a detector problem. But we got to check that train out anyway. All right, I got to get on track and get down here. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to a Sunday morning edition of That's Railroading, where we bring the railroad to you. And we got a little problem here this morning. Okay, I'll show you in a minute. I think we got a detector problem. All right. Down here, gave a message. Three hot axles in a row down there, and we figured out it was on car 14th car back from the locomotive. So the operator walked that side of the trip. I walked down through here. We just met. He's walking back. He didn't find anything wrong. I gave him my heat gun. He's going to check the bearing temperatures on that side as he goes back. When this train came in yesterday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, came into the harbor loaded, I rode alongside the other side over there, and I checked all the bearings with my heat gun. Anyway, that's what's going on here. So I got to get up here. I got my high rail truck up here, and I'm going to get in it, head back up to milepost 8, get off. We're going to run this trip back up through, and I have a couple other guys when we get up there and check it out there, see what goes on. All right, stay tuned. There's more to come. Well, hello. This is our defect detector went haywire on Sunday morning, and this is Tuesday morning. It's actually Valentine's Day here, so 2023. I want to talk to you about what happened at East Palestine with Norfolk Southern's train derailment. Obviously, I wasn't there. This is but I want to go over a few things that I've learned, and I'm not going to set myself up as any kind of expert on exactly what did happen, but I'm going to throw out a few possible things that you don't know, that you haven't heard on the news report. Okay, it was very tragic, very sad that it happened. Not only for the residents out there, we feel really sorry for them. They had to evacuate, but for Norfolk Southern. We don't like to see this kind of stuff happen, but it does. So anyway, let's turn around here and do a little talking about it. Okay, according to an article from Railway Track Structures, they sent me an email. There were 50 cars in that train that was originated at Madison, Illinois, and was headed to Conway Yard, and Conway Yard's about 20 some miles northwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Several news reports said 50 cars derailed. The aerial photos that I saw, kind of hard to tell. I could only see maybe 12 to 15 cars derailed. Again, so I don't know the exact number of cars that derailed. However, let's go out here. I want to show you something. My good friend Ezekiel is a Sperry tester, and he has tested that line in the past. He's let's before I say that, defect detectors. I've got a playlist on my channel where I have lots of videos, several videos on the defect detector that if you want to go watch that, there's a link in the description to go watch those, how they work and stuff. They'll measure, take an infrared picture of the bearing and the wheel. Now, my Ezekiel said if you saw that CBS footage where they had the train going through there, it was taken from a security cameras after 8 o'clock at night. It's kind of hard to see, it's far away, but if you saw that, first off, according to Ezekiel, that happened about a mile after it passed the detector. Now, when I saw that, the first thing I thought of, all the sparks, was that looks really similar to what a rail grinder looks like after dark with those sparks. So here's a speculation on my part, that those brakes on that truck set had hung up. We've had that happen here in some of our cars. Cars will be rolling down track just fine, and next time they're sliding, they hang up. That's a speculation. So that could have happened if that car wheel is sliding along the track here, just sliding, you know, especially at track speed, and the track speed there for that track is 40 to 50 mile an hour max, then you know, that's going to make a lot of sparks. Okay, now, see this? This camera here checks the wheels, takes an infrared picture of the wheels. That one takes an infrared picture of the bearings. So the one that we had goofed up here, and I'll show you in the rest of this video, is the wheels. We had for 3 wheels on that, but that's so. But here it is. Now, if that car was sliding over there, that wheel that hot, this thing would have picked it up, okay, and would have sent a message to the train engineer. Now, here's the thing: not every defect detector out there has 2 cameras. Some of them only have 1. All right, we do not know if that defect detector had 1 or 2 cameras. Another thing, if it did have 2 cameras, then that computer is going to send that radio signal to the train operator, engineer. Now, my good friend Jason is a retired Norfolk Southern engineer. So I talked to him. I said, Jason, what's Norfolk Southern's protocol when you get a message, a defect message? He said, you stop the train as soon as possible in a safe manner. Conductor calls dispatch, tells them we got a train stopped on the main line, and then the conductor goes back to investigates. Once the conductor finds out what the problem is, he calls dispatch again. They decide what they're going to do, whether they're going to take that car, if they think they can make it, to the nearest siding. It will be taken at walking speed and then dropped off in the nearest siding. So, if that engineer and conductor both got that message, there's no human being in their right mind that would have kept that train going at 40 to 50 mile an hour knowing it had a defective axle. It just and there's no dispatcher that would have ever told them to go ahead at track speed. The next detector, according to Ezekiel, is right on the other side of that derailment site. So there's my speculations on what happened. Alrighty. It's again, it's very sad that it happened. So okay, we'll get right. These things do goof up. They're not 100% fail-safe 100% of the time. Again, I don't know what's happened. We'll wait for the safety board's official announcement to see. All right. Another thing from that footage on that security camera, it did not appear like an axle had broke or a bearing had failed and the car had one axle or one truck set off, because those cars appeared like they were in a fairly straight line if you looked at the tops of them. Had an axle broke or something, then that car would have been going down track with a lean to it. Okay, we do know that what caused that derailment was a catastrophic failure in that car, but we just don't know exactly what or all the details behind it. All right. Well, there's one other thing I wanted to add. It's got a little chilly out there. I had to get back in my truck here and get warmed up. One other thing I wanted to add, the aerial footage, if you saw the cars are jackknifed, through there. That is typical jackknife derailment. You would suspect heavy dynamic braking, or heavy braking that would be a cause of that, or a factor into contributing to that happening. For whatever reason, the cars would have jumped off. But anyway, we do know.
Trackmen tend to go to plan.
Hold that. I got a copy on that. Thank you. We do know that was not the case. We do know it was a catastrophic failure of our car. However, that train would not have, with those cars the way they were, those cars would not have been jackknifed like that if that train was at a slow speed. That derailment happened at a fairly fast speed for the cars to end up like that. All right. Okay, here we go. Got 3 guys on that side watching. Told him he might have to speed it up. Might give a train too slow message at that speed. But I got a heat gun over there also. A little chilly outside, and I just walked that trip, so I'm in here in the cab of my truck. We had that dragger go bad before. You guys remember that video? Here we go.
Cumberland hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. Detector alarm.
Uh-huh. I said last time we had that one, a dragger go bad, we ran the train. This is a loaded train. They ran it back uphill because he's got a pretty good grade down there to start out on. So he backed up here, and he'll get a run for this grade. Plus, like I said, we got three pairs of eyes over there on the other side of the track checking things out on a roll by. Okay. Okay, Jerry, you're past the crossing here.
10-4, I'm gonna come to a stop. Get a run for it.
Huh, okay. Didn't give us that message now, this time. Like it did last time.
Cumberland
There we go.
hot
wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. First hot wheel axle 3/6 south rail. Second hot wheel axle 6/5 south rail. Third hot wheel axle 6/6 south rail. Train too slow.
There we go. Yeah, see, that was a different axle count than the last time. Definitely we got a computer problem or a sensor problem or something. We're going to have to do some diagnosing here. We do have a computer we can plug in.
Cumberland hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. First hot wheel axle 3/6 south rail. Second hot wheel axle 6/5 south rail.
South rail's on the other
Third
side.
hot wheel axle 6/6 south rail. Train too slow.
Okay, there you have it. Pulling hard. Okay, we'll see if he gives a message in here. I gave my handheld radio to the operator, train operator, when he was walking down there because he didn't have one. We didn't get a message that time. Huh? That's very odd.
Cumberland
There we go.
hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. No defects.
Ha! Well, you fixed it, Jerry.
I wish you would have said that the first time.
Cumberland hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. No defects.
There you go. I'll go back and get the computer, put it on there, see if they can find anything. All right. I'll be back. Well, we'll see what happens this time. All right. Tell you what's going on inside here. Okay. Hopefully this works out all right.
Cumberland hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. No defects.
There you go. I guess it's fixed.
Cumberland hot wheel detector. Milepost 8.0. No defects.
We did nothing. We did nothing other than when they came in here, this little heater was off. So he turned the heater on, and I guess that fixed the problem. How about that? Alrighty. There you go. Show's over. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a really good day. I gotta get on track here.